Hi there, it's Stacey McDonald, and welcome to July 2021, Connecting with Our Angels. This month, it's been a powerful time with solstice and our strawberry full moon, and entering into the second half of 2021. That's what we're doing. We're connecting this month on July 9th with our new moon, the first new moon of the second half of 2021. So we need to ask ourselves our questions. Are we on track? As we connect with our angels, and we will be pulling some cards just to see what they have to say on the topic in just a few moments. But we can ask ourselves at this time, just spending that time to pause and say, am I on track? Whether you are or not with your goals and dreams per se for 2021, but breaking it down even farther. Am I on track as far as what I wanted to accomplish mentally, where I wanted to be as part of my self-confidence, my self-esteem, my feelings, together with our mental and emotional thoughts? Am I on track in a positive mindset? And potentially you have some work to do there. I know I always have some work to do there, because if my energy is a little lower, then of course lower self gets in there and tries to talk us down. So we need to consistently, another question, are we on track energetically as far as keeping our life force energy to its optimal peak? And we know what to do in order to keep those levels high. We need to do our 10-10-20, as I always say, right? At bare minimum, we need to make these a fixed point of our daily, weekly regime, where every day we're doing 10 minutes of meditation, 10 minutes of either a daily reading or a positive propaganda podcast is what I call them, just to change that channel. If we're kind of feeling a bit funky, then listening or reading something that kind of changes that channel back up to where we need to be from a mental standpoint, keeping it positive always and keeping it forward movement always. The big one is the 20 minutes of outside time every day. Now you can push all those together. 10 minutes of meditation can be a walking meditation and so on. But back to our questions. Second half of 2021. Are we on track with our goals and dreams? Breaking it down farther. Are we on track where we want to be mentally, spiritual awareness, potentially? Energetically, of course. Are we on track with relationships? Are we on track with our physical goals? Oh dear. Many of you are, which is hats off to you. But potentially you want to stretch those goals and so on. Some of us are not as much on again, off again, kind of on that roller coaster. So just having a look at some of your answers and saying, okay, you know what, there's still lots of time left in 2021, half again. So there's time to tweak the goals that we have, and potentially some of the goals that we've set aren't really goals anymore. They don't really matter. They're not even on the chart, because other things come up all the time. So have a look at where you are there. Ironically, or not, typically is what happens, is the new moon on July 9th it takes a look at our habitual patterns. So we need to look at those. Which ones are working for us, and which ones do we need to send packing? And that's easy to do, especially with the new moon energy on July 9th. Now let's see what angels are working with us at this time. Let's make this our angel reading for July 2021. We're going to read each card together as it happens here. I think it's this one here. These are the Archangel Oracle card deck. Clear your space. Archangel Jophiel. This is what we're talking about. Get rid of clutter. Clear the energy around you and use feng shui. Absolutely. Clearing that energy around you what we're talking about, clearing away the things that don't work for you, clearing your head space by using 10, 10, 20, and so many of the other daily practices that I know and hear so many of you are doing already. Continue to do those. Joe Fael also asks us to go outside. That's the biggest way to clear this clutter. Also clearing clutter, particularly on your kitchen counter, leaves for a clear mind. And that's kind of what they're showing me right now, just clearing that kitchen counter clutter. If it doesn't need to be there, then simply stow it away or give it away. One more Archangel Oracle card deck before, or card from this deck before we move to the next deck. I think it's back here somewhere. Yep, it's hiding right there. Let's see. Angel Therapy. Archangel Raphael, of course. Give your cares and worries to us, angels, and allow us to take your burdens. Archangel Raphael, of course, governs heart chakra and also is the healing archangel. There can be a lot of, especially at these times, taking on of energies and thinking too much about things which we, in many cases, can not do a lot about, but potentially the angels can. And so I typically will think for a while if there's something that I can do to solve it, and certainly sending thoughts and prayers to certain situations and so on. Then I just need to let it go. But where do I let it go to? Well, sometimes my guides and Reiki guides and so on, and very often to the angels. I need to pull one more quickly from the Angel Oracle card deck here. Over here this time. For July, creative writing, Archangel Gabriel, throat chakra. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or book. Interestingly, I have started journaling last month, and I do find it very therapeutic. I've always felt that venting on paper is great, and what's coming to me in respect to the last card is when thoughts come to you that we can't necessarily do anything about it, then certainly writing it down and getting it out of here and onto here really is not only a message to your angels to help me solve this, please, but it also clears headspace, Archangel Jophiel, so that by writing things down, we can bring it out and help to erase this mental clutter that we can have. And that frees us up mentally and creatively to move on to more powerfully positive, creative movement forward. I do want to pull one last one just before we finish here from the Archangel Tarot deck. I see it. It's right here. Okay. Ariel, 8 of Ariel, 8 meaning abundance, and Ariel always pushing us out of our comfort zone, bringing us forward always. Take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider getting additional education or training. Take great pride in your excellent work. Very often, we finish a task or we finish a certain level of our goals and dreams, and then we're just like, okay, that's done, moving on, what's next? But it's like, wait a minute. Take a second, because at one point in time, what you've already accomplished was only a seed of an idea, a kernel of truth in your mindset, much like your next goals and dreams. So just take a moment to really pat yourself on the back for the steps that you've already taken thus far, and let that fuel the fire for you to plant more seeds and continue to move forward step by step to your next goal and dream. But it's important that we recognize how far we've already come in so many different areas of our life. practice makes perfect. Yeah, for sure. The first time you do something, and in my case, the second, third, fourth, and maybe even fifth time I do something is it, and on ongoing. It's not my best because the more I do things, hopefully the better I get at them. And so my first time doing things is not going to be perfect, but that doesn't mean it's not done. So I just need to keep going and doing things, even if they're not perfect. It's just part of my journey, isn't it? And so it's part of yours. So recognize that it doesn't need to be perfect for it to be another rung on your ladder. Just keep going. Consider additional education or training. Of course, we need to keep learning always. Always, we need to be a student of life and always keep learning from each other and sharing knowledge that we already have ourselves. I encourage you to do that. There's so much that you know. I'm going to share each one of these cards on my Facebook page. If we're not connected, it's Stacey McDonald, Angels and Energy. I will actually put the link just below here in the comments and on my Instagram page, of course. And thanks all for joining me. Very, very exciting, energetic month. And I really appreciate shining angel light your way always. Thanks for always shining back at me. Shining blessings to you all.